we're going to compare Procolored's Pro Rip software to Cadlink version 11. Not really a comparison so much of showing you the different features that each of them offer, and we're also going to do a test print to see if they look any different. So first we're going to start with the Pro Rip software, and the first thing that I do every single day is I do a head cleaning. Usually I have to do 2 of them to get my white rolling. So I'm going to show you what these buttons do first. So this is a new job right here, and to get a new job you're going to click on this first square right here, and it's going to give you a new job. I already have a new one, so I'm going to close this one. And this button right here is going to open a project that you've already got that you've saved. This button right here will save a project. If you have a project on here that you want to save until later, you can click save right here. We are going to add a picture, so I'm going to click add picture. And we're just going to add this one right here. And he is pretty big on our page, and you can see that the boxes are way bigger than the actual picture itself. So we are going to crop it. So we're going to click on this clip mode right here. And then we're going to take our arrow on this red square right here in the corner. We're going to drag it in and down so that the bunny is still in our picture, but our square is a little closer. So we're going to do the same for the bottom and bring it in and up. And then that looks pretty good. So I'm going to click on this select mode right here next to the crop. That's one way of changing his size. The other way, type in 5 inches right here. I could also grab a hold of this red square and pull him out and make him bigger. But I don't want him this big. So now I'm going to click on the red square and I'm going to put him back because I only want him to be 5 inches. Okay, so that's how you crop him. These buttons right here are if you are doing a gang sheet, so you have several images on one sheet that you want to print all at once. You can do an auto layout or an intelligent layout. And I've never actually used those, but I'll play with them eventually. This button right here changes your canvas size. Now, I don't use sheets. It's very rare for me to use a sheet. I almost always use a roll. So since this picture right here is only 6.3 inches, I'm going to change my canvas size, which does not really make a difference. It's going to stop. The printer's going to stop as soon as it gets here anyways. But just we'll just show you how it works. So I click on the canvas size, and it has to be 13 inches because my roll is 13 inches. So I'm going to leave the 13 inches, but the height on this one, I'm going to make it 6.5. So now my bunny fits and it's just 6.5 inches long. This is the preview. So you already have your preview right here. It's already here. So this right here is so that you can do air hole options. You can put color layers, spot layers, whatever you want to. This one has circle shapes. You can tell it how many sizes you want the air holes to be. This one right here is this is the cut picture. So if you are doing like a multi-page print that is large, like an all over shirt design, you can split the picture. So I can split this bunny in half, and half of it will print on one page and half will print on the other page so that I can do a bigger object. And this is your advanced options that you set up when you were setting up your printer. I have all of mine are set on default settings. I haven't changed anything in here. I have 100% white under my color pixels. I haven't, like I said, I haven't changed anything in here. And then this is the rip button. Once you hit that rip button, it's going to print your picture. But the first thing we want to do is we want to do a print head cleaning. So we're going to hit these 2 arrows over here. And so this printer right here, this is your printer options, your printer preferences. I've never changed anything in here. This is all the same. And then you have your print queue. And I'm not sure what that's for, but it says I don't have an Epson printer installed. So the first thing we're going to do is the clean nozzle right here. So we're going to click yes that we would like to clean the nozzle. And I can hear the printer across the room. It is doing its cleaning. So once the printer is done doing the nozzle cleaning, then you can click on this next button here that says check nozzle, and I'm going to click on yes. And while that's doing its thing, I am going to show you, I'm going to be honest with you, that's the first time I've ever used those two buttons. I guess I'm old school because I've always done it the other way in my other programs. So I'm going to show you a different way of doing that. If you go back to the print preferences and you click on maintenance, you can do the head cleaning and the nozzle check right here as well. This is the way I usually do it. I usually do the head cleaning first, and then it asks you if you want to print the nozzle check. So there are two options for you. Okay, and that is the best nozzle check I've had all day. So now we're going to go back over and we are going to rip our little Easter bunny. So I'm going to click on the rip button, and it's going to pop up a box. It will pop up a box like this. And in here you can tell it whether how many copies of it you want to print. You can do a width or height compensation. I don't normally, I've never had a problem with it before. Yeah, I don't really change any of these settings. I just click print down at the bottom. And now it is ripping, and then it's going to start printing. And when it is finished, I will show you, I'm not going to show you what it looks like until after we do the Cadlink one so that we can compare the two, and I'll show you what they look like. Okay, so now we're in Cadlink Digital Factory version 11. And I bought this software when I had my Epson ET8550 set up. I used this program to print everything, and I used this for years before I bought my Procolored printer. So in Cadlink, the biggest thing for me that I really like about Cadlink is that you can go into Queue and you can go into Properties. And one of the things you can do is you can choose your substrate color. So if I have a pink shirt, I can choose pink and I click OK. And now it's going to show me, it shows me what my colors are going to be for each thing. So let's go back. So I'm just going to go with a white shirt this time. Well, we'll go with a black shirt this time. So I want to show you another cool feature of this is that you can go into processing options, and I have mine 20% white under black, but because I'm on a black shirt, I can use knock me blackout. I can't say it. And it will not print the black ink of whatever design I'm using because I don't need the black ink because the shirt is the black. So I like that feature. That works really well for me. Same as if you have a white substrate, you can use the white, knock out the white so it doesn't print the white, and it saves you a lot of ink that way. So I really like that feature. I haven't used it very often, but I think it's a very good feature to use. So now we're going to click on the plus sign right here. This is how you open a new project. And we're going to pick the same bunny. And we're going to wait for him to upload. And now you see he's on a black shirt. He's not really going to work on a black shirt because there's words on it. So there are black letters on it. So that's not going to work. So we need to go back and change our substrate. And we're going to change it back to white. Bring him back in. No, he's on white. And you see that there's a lot of space between him. So for this one, we're going to right click and we're going to click on create and we're going to go to crop. Now, one thing I will say for a comparison is that the cropping mechanism in Pro Rip, to me, is easier than Cadlink. Cadlink's not difficult by any means, but I think it's a little bit, it's more simplistic in Pro Rip. Okay, so now we have changed his size, and again, I can come over here. I want him to be 5 inches wide. And since this is set up as a roll, it automatically sized my canvas. So, okay, so that's pretty much it. Now, if I wanted to adjust his colors, I just come down here to color adjust, and I can adjust the colors however I want to adjust them, but I'm not going to move anything because we're going to do a comparison of what it was like in the Pro Rip software. I don't really use a whole lot of these other things that are in here. You can use this one to center it, or wherever you want them, wherever you want it to be, you can put it wherever you want it to be. So for me, I'm going to, I guess I'm going to leave him right there. He doesn't want to move back, so we're going to leave him right there. So I am going to, you can hit print up here, or you can right click and push print, or you can just rip it only. I'm just going to push print. So you can see on this one, like the percentage of how long it takes it to actually print it. Whereas with the Pro Rip software, it gets all the way to 100% before it starts to print. So it's a small difference. There are a couple other features that are kind of neat with the Cadlink software as well. For instance, you have a costing calculator right here. So you can set up like how much you paid for your shirts, your ink. You can put all the information, your material cost in here, and it will tell you what it costs you to actually print this particular design. You can add your tax in here, your time in here. You can like you can put so many different things in here so that it will tell you what your cost is for each item that you're making. I haven't actually used this one. I have a different calculator that I use, but this works really well. So I will be back when this one's done printing and we'll do a comparison of the two. Okay, so right off the bat, I see one issue that I had with the Cadlink software, and the problem that I have is that I set the substrate to white, and since I did that, I'll get back there so you can see what I'm talking about. So right here, I have this set at white, and so because I set it at white, the color layer just automatically did not print the white behind the black writing, which is fine on a white shirt. That's absolutely fine. But if I wasn't going to use a white shirt, then it makes a really big difference. So I would really suggest that you pick whatever color shirt that you're going to be using, or just make sure that you have the right colors, the white printing behind it if you're using a darker shirt. Really, that was the only issue that I found. I do believe, in my own personal opinion, that the colors are a little bit brighter on the Pro Rip software than they are in the Cadlink, but again, you can go in and you can adjust the colors in Cadlink to however you want them. You can do the same thing in the Pro Rip software, but in the Pro Rip software, I've honestly never had to change anything. Let's say you want to print this image again. All you have to do is click on it down here and click on print, and it will print again and again and again. Same way with the Pro Rip software. I'll go in and show you that as well. If I want to print this again, it's already ripped, so all I have to do is click the print button and it will print again. So now I will show you the differences between our two.